It is now my honor to introduce Dr. Elaine P. Maimon, President of Governor State University.
Well, thank you, Justin. Good afternoon, everyone. And did you know that the Transformation Choir's song, Rooting on the Jaguars, was composed, music and lyrics, by Justin Smith? He's our Student Senate President and a really wonderful musician. Well, what a thrill it is to be here today and to see our dual degree program students, graduate students, and all 4 undergraduate classes marching into the auditorium. I now hereby officially declare the opening of the 2016-17 academic year, another historic year for Governor State University. I'm delighted to acknowledge that the chair of our Board of Trustees is here, Brian Mitchell. If you would stand up, Brian. The lights are in my eyes. I can't see where you are. Trustee Mitchell is also the administrator of the Village of Madison, and in that capacity, he has brought a special guest, the Director of Community Affairs for Madison, Tony Ashmore. Welcome to you. And I think that our student trustee, Yolanda Pitts, was going to try to be here, but whether she's here or not, let's give her a round of applause. Oh, she's here? Stand up, Yolanda. I want to thank all of those who planned this event and the social hour, the ice cream hour that will follow it. Arena Food Services, Digital Learning and Media Design, the staff of the Center for Performing Arts, our events guru, Karen Caesar-Smith, the rest of the Convocation Planning Committee, and that was chaired by our constructive warrior in residence, Penny Perdue. Let's applaud them all. And would all members of the Convocation Committee stand up? They're busy, they're out there working, so thank you all very much for that. Last year, the Planning Committee came up with the wonderfully creative tradition of the Convocation pin. I'm wearing mine because the one and only way to obtain this pin is to attend Convocation in person, not Skype, not FaceTime, or in imagination, actually being here. So I've legitimately earned my pin, and we hope that students will collect the pins and display them at commencement. You'll be able to pin them on the 4 corners of your mortarboard, the graduation hat. It's a great new tradition, and we hope that you will put the pins away safely and then wear them at commencement. Now, our first order of business is to honor and award the great performance of our faculty and staff, because students, you've chosen well by coming to GSU, because you're going to work with the most incredible people who are committed to your success. The first awards will be the Excellence Awards for faculty and for our faculty advising staff. It's a combined award. These awards have substantial cash prizes, and each recipient is a true exemplar. Would all members of the committee that made these decisions stand up so that we can thank you? Just. I'm pleased to tell you that the committee had a very hard time making the selections because of the quality of the overall nominations. And by the way, this is a surprise. The winners will not know that they have been selected until I read their names. As I call your name, it's like the Oscars. You know, this is Very exciting. As I call your name, please come up to the stage to my right, if that works for you. And I'm going to announce the names in alphabetical order. The first winner is Darren Ozzy. As Professor Ozzy comes up to the stage, I'm going to tell you a little bit about him. He is an assistant professor in the College of Health and Human Services. He is an outstanding researcher, an innovative teacher in addiction studies and behavioral health. And here's what one of Dr. Ozzy's colleagues wrote about him. He regularly reviews and revises his courses in response to students' feedback. So make sure you let all your instructors know what works for you and what doesn't, because they listen. He is aware of new development in the fields, new technologies, and best pedagogical practices. He works collaboratively with faculty within the department and college to ensure that curricula meet academic and professional standards. Dr. Ozzy is active in designing new classroom material, including highly interactive online courses incorporating videos, Blackboard, Collaborate, and high-impact practices. And high-impact practices is a byword here. His students look forward to his classes, even though they are challenging and demanding. Students recognize that Dr. Ozzy is well-prepared, organized, and open-minded. Dr. Ozzy's research focuses on alcohol use disorders, social perceptions, and interpersonal problems. He is a winner of the prestigious Early Career Achievement Award from the American Psychological Association. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Darren Ozzy. Okay, let's see who's next. That was an A, you know. So it could just be anybody, first letter of the alphabet. Okay, our next recipient is Dr. Walter Henney. Is Dr. Henney here? Well, I'm going to tell you about him, and maybe he will appear. He is an associate professor in the College of Arts and Sciences. We're proud that Dr. Walter Henney is a GSU alumnus. He was a student here and graduated from GSU. A colleague wrote, he is a tireless advocate for our students in the university. His teaching philosophy connects education with the public good. His goal is to inspire students to grasp that chemistry is not just a lesson to be learned, but something to be appreciated, developed, and employed for the good of society. Students appreciate his teaching style, enthusiasm, and integration of real-life examples. In addition to teaching at the undergraduate and graduate levels, he also serves as a dedicated advisor, helping students to connect the classroom with careers. His research has led to new inventions, earning 2 U.S. patents awaiting FDA approval. These patents are for improved ways to identify and diagnose local infections. Dr. Henney is committed to research partnerships with students, so you may get a chance actually to do experiments with him, and that is an important high-impact practice. Dr. Henney chairs various GSU committees and is a member of the UPI Executive Board. That's our faculty union. He is a Department of Energy STEM Cafe mentor at the Field Museum and the first faculty in residence at Argonne National Laboratory. And here's something really interesting about Dr. Henney. Each year he conducts the Art of Science competition. And I think it's really important to think of art and science together. And he motivates students, faculty, and staff to submit original photographic images incorporating concepts related to a scientific theme. We thank him for making vital connections between science and the arts. I suppose he's busy in the laboratory right now, but please join me in congratulating Dr. Walter Henne. Our next winner is Professor Sargon. And I know he's here because he was helping to put the cords on all of you. Let me tell you about Professor Sargon. He is an associate professor in the College of Business. In both undergraduate and graduate courses, Dr. Sargon promotes active learning. He encourages an inquisitive attitude in his students and sparks highly engaged discussions. And here's what one of his colleagues wrote. He teaches in such a way that he never forgets that he too was once where they all sit. He never forgets that he was once where you sit. Yet he maintains strong standards for his students. Dr. Sargon's research connects scholarship and business practice. He has published in both Harvard Business Review and Operations Management, prestigious journals that cover the full spectrum of what we call praxis. Praxis is that sweet spot where theory meets practice. Here's what a colleague from another university says about Dr. Sargon. He is one of the best writers I have ever worked with, in work intended for both academic and practitioner consumption. It is the rare academic who can take abstract ideas, such as managing complex situations, and explain them to an executive audience. And I'm a professor of English, so it's music to my ears to hear this praise for Dr. Sargon's writing. Dr. Sargon is active in national and professional associations and serves on the Academy of Management's Research Committee. At GSU, Dr. Sargon was a member of the General Education Task Force, and that's the group that created our award-winning freshman and sophomore programs. So what you're going to be studying, Dr. Sargon helped to put together. He brings his much-needed business acumen to the Planning and Budget Advisory Council, and help me to congratulate Dr. Sargon.